Someone clean up this mess. Where's the janitor? The voice ricocheted down the hallway like it owned the oxygen. General Marcus stood stiff, fury creeping into his eyes as the coffee stain bloomed across his chest. The officers around him scattered like ants from fire. At the far end, she moved. No announcement, no expression, just a mop bucket rolling beside her like a shadow on wheels. Elle la nena, coveralls pressed, boots silent, face unreadable. No one saw her, no one ever did. She was the cleaner, Pentagon static, a fixture no one questioned. And that was her advantage. She reached the stain and knelt beside room 47B, one of the most locked-down doors in the building. She shouldn't have been there. Cleaners weren't cleared past that corridor, but protocol meant nothing to a puddle, and she was summoned. Inside 47B, the air cracked with pressure. Around the long table sat officers from 5 countries, faces tight, tension raw. On the table, a folder labeled classified, a swirl of ink, language, and secrets. It's unreadable, one officer said, voice brittle, 3 dialects, scrawled in half code. We need a Tier 1 linguist, not speculation. They're delayed at Quantico, someone added. General Marcus slammed the folder shut. This could be a first strike signal. Guess wrong, and we trigger a war. Figure it out. Outside the door, Elena froze. Her mop stilled mid-swipe. She had heard a single phrase. That was enough. 12 words, spoken with tension, and everyone struck like thunder in her mind. A guard beside her chuckled. Maybe Google Translate could do it faster. It's not Google Translate material, a voice answered behind him, level, low, immovable. He turned. The janitor was standing straight, unshaken, still. It's not just Farsi, she said. It's a northern dialect of Dari. Military variant. Pashto elements are time-structured. And the Russian. That's a Cold War cipher. 3 languages, 1 purpose. Hide this from anyone who doesn't already know what they're looking at. He blinked. What did you just say? The door opened. General Marcus stepped into the hallway, holding the folder like it burned. His eyes snapped to the mop bucket, then to her face. What's happening? Elena's voice didn't waver. Sir, give me a pen, 10 minutes and silence. I'll tell you exactly what that file says, but your intercept window is already ticking. He narrowed his eyes. Name? Elena Vistrikov, civilian contractor, sanitation detail, East Wing. And before that? Off record, NATO linguistics, counter intel, 7 fluents. I left 3 years ago. Why? My brother died in Kandahar. I couldn't wear the uniform anymore, but I couldn't walk away from the flag. He stared at her, then slowly handed her the folder. Inside the briefing room, time stopped. She sat at the end of the table, mop bucket still by her side. Aides leaned in. CIA reps stilled their pens. Eleanor flipped pages like she was decoding a heartbeat. Line by line, she translated, annotated, reversed the cipher manually, corrected 2 fatal errors the CIA team hadn't even spotted. No hesitation, no ego. Just the sound of truth finally speaking. This isn't a launch protocol, she said. It's a map. Someone's trying to extract stolen satellite data under a decoy signal. Marcus leaned forward. Can you locate the intercept? Already did, she said, sliding a handwritten coordinate sheet across the table. He picked it up. Read. Looked at her, then at the room. Why didn't anyone know who she was? He asked, sharp and quiet. An aide swallowed hard. She's always been here. We never asked. Marcus turned back. This time his eyes didn't pass over her. They locked in. You're not just a cleaner. No, sir, she said. I'm the one who listens when no one else does. That afternoon, she was granted full clearance. A badge, a desk, a nameplate. But the next morning, she came back in the same navy coveralls. Same boots, same mop bucket. Still silent, still watching, still invisible, until she chose not to be. And now, when she walked past, people stood taller. They made way. They nodded with quiet respect. Because the sharpest mind in the building wasn't sitting at the table. She had built the damn table in silence. And the next time something encrypted landed without warning, they wouldn't wait. They'd ask for Vistrikov. Before we wrap up, Where in the world are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments and let us see how far this story echoes. If Elena's quiet brilliance hit home, smash like, subscribe, and drop a soap bubble brain in the comments for those who carry genius in silence.